I'm very excited because I've been wanting to do this recipe for a long time. Today we're making Liege waffles. When I lived in Europe, specifically Italy, you could find these there. They would be making them on the street. You could smell that beautiful caramelized sugar, beautiful golden brown. They're super fluffy. Personally, I don't even like waffles. I think they taste like sponges. But the Liege waffle is very special. Here's my recipe all mise en placed out. We'll put this in the description. Very simple. Everything I do is in grams. Let's jump right into it. We're gonna be using a KitchenAid to mix this baby. I forgot to hit the record button. Warm water and yeast. We just mixed this with a little whisk and it's on a warm towel to keep it a little warm. We're going in with flour, our granulated sugar. Here's our brown sugar going in. It's a little clumpy. I'm gonna try to break some of these clumps up with my fingers. Separate bowl, we got eggs. All right, guys, when you hear me say a number, it's all in grams. So this is 100 eggs, 20 honey, whole milk, and then it calls for vanilla extract. This is vanilla paste. This is what it looks like, Rodell vanilla paste. Oh, mamacita. We're gonna be using a dough hook. You know, think of it almost like a brioche kind of technique. And so right now we're gonna put this on a machine. The only ingredients we have not used so far is the whole butter, unsalted, room temperature butter, unsalted, and pearl sugar. You can get this online, probably Amazon. And if you don't have it, you just don't even do the recipe, you need it. I like to have a long rubber spat when I do this. This one happens to be skinny. I do that because I wanna make sure that there's no clumps of dough at the bottom of this bowl. Carefully, when you're mixing, if you see any issues, you know, I like to just scrape the sides or turn the machine off and scrape the sides. The yeast has been going for about 5 minutes. It's nice and frothy. Again, this was just yeast and warm water. Not hot, it'll kill your yeast, but nice and warm. Now this is gonna go right into our flour mixture. So now we're gonna start adding our softened butter, just a pinch at a time. All right, let's call that good. I mean, there's a lot of butter in this recipe, so I like to scrape down the sides. Got this baby covered up, guys. This is gonna go in a warm place. We wanna let it rise anywhere from like an hour to an hour and a half. The recipe's telling me 1 to 1.5 hours to let this rise. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in my Nova Precision oven at like 85 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit to speed up the process. We let this baby proof. I actually went like 2 hours, to be honest with you. Now we're gonna put in our pearl sugar and mix her in. All right, so the trick here is don't put any flour on the board, but top it with a little bit of flour because it's really sticky, and then do it like you do pizza balls. So just nice and round, real gentle, nothing crazy, and then scoop. So you'll notice very tacky, very sticky. So this recipe made a baker's dozen. I got 13 perfect dough balls out of this recipe, which is really nice. And these are all 100-gram dough balls. I'm gonna let these proof for another half hour to an hour. So we got our waffle iron hot. I'm doing a little bit of avocado oil. I mean, this is pretty straightforward. You just want to put that right in the center. I pressed it down to kind of get that even contact, and you'll notice it lifted up a little bit. It's gonna rise as you cook it. Beautiful golden brown. The pearl sugar is just beautifully melted. I gotta say, this came out absolutely amazing. I'm definitely gonna make these again. Maple syrup is optional, but you can never go wrong with that. And there's so many ways you could serve these, and they will last in the fridge for a while.